Tastes better without foam.
Yeah. Welcome to Just Your Average Cult Culture. I'm Chad. That's Chris.
I'm Chris. That's Chad.
And today we have a lot of stuff to talk about.
We're gonna spend all day talking about
Comic books.
I was gonna do a joke where I was like, we're gonna spend all day talking about race relations in America. Two 30-year-old white guys from the suburbs. We can figure it out.
Oh, the table's so sticky.
I told you that.
I gotta put the paper there so it doesn't get on my arm.
No. Anyway.
First on the docket. There are some nice rumors about the X-Men joining the MCU. You excited?
No.
Why not?
I just don't care.
You're just a naysayer.
I don't care about. All right, man. What was the truly, not even as like a superhero movie, but just as a good movie in general? Like, not in general, but as like compare it to like what apparently everyone says is the best movie ever, Shawshank Redemption. Has anything in the MCU approached Shawshank Redemption tier?
Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Iron Man 1 was actually a really good movie.
1 out of 20. I have no faith.
Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, was actually a pretty decent movie. I know you don't like that.
Dance off, bro. I was like, fucking come on.
Well, it's Chris Pratt. He's funny.
But Star-Lord isn't... Star-Lord's like a wisecracker, but he's not like a dance off, bro.
I do love Infinity War, though. And Civil War was a great movie. Not as good as fucking Winter Soldier, though.
Dude, you know what's the best place to have a giant superhero fight? Empty airport.
Where'd they all go?
Where'd they all go, man?
Tony Stark's like, all of you, get out of here, off camera.
And then, like, the globe is like, yeah, sure, we'll divide all our flights from across the world. We just won't come here. We'll let you fight.
No, Tony Stark's like, you all want to die? You can stay here.
Yeah,
unless you kick out superhero fight. Me and you would be like, yeah.
Yo,
we'd be in the corner like, fuck, we see Spider-Man.
Yo, dude, you see Spider-Man?
Who's the fuck Spider-Man? We're not supposed to know.
Dude, look how big that guy is. Look how big that guy is.
The fuck's an underoo? That'd be me.
They make an underoos reference about Spider-Man underoos, but Spider-Man underoos wouldn't exist because Spider-Man didn't exist yet in that timeline. Alright, we can talk all about weird little autistic things Chris notices in Marvel movies.
Anyway,
yeah,
the main team that has been rumored finally is rumored to be... You like that?
One more crack? The main team is rumored to be...
Storm, Cyclops, Sunflower... Sunfire, Havoc, Nightcrawler, Marvel Girl, and... They haven't said Professor X, but you know he's gonna
who puts the team
He
together?
runs the school.
Who the fuck puts the team together? You
Did
know?
I say everybody? Did I say Thunderbird? I said
Havoc?
Havoc.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like an okay team to start off with.
In terms of like comic book draw, if I saw the cover of a comic book with that team on it, I would skip it.
Really?
I don't like Havoc. Thunderbird's cool.
Havoc's the angsty one though.
No, Havoc's the cool surfer bro one.
He's not angsty.
But he's not angsty. He's like He's like 90s rebellious. They're like, Mom and Dad, I'm gonna go eat pizza.
Yeah, he has all that angst.
It's not angst. It's just, well, let's get surfing, bro. Like that's Havoc, and he's annoying.
I'm just super glad. Like, I really hope that they're not kids.
I want them to be children. Why? The X-Men is about a 13-year-old that can shoot lasers out of his eyes, commanding troops on a battlefield, fighting adults who want...
I want him to at least be like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, probably up to 20.
Okay, if we're not going to have Iceman and Beast as a part of the original team...
So you want them to be younger, so like...
No. I want them to be younger with Iceman and Beast on the team. If Iceman and Beast aren't on the team, you can say they aged out. You know what I mean? They grew up. Then you can justify your 25-year-old Cyclops. Because where's Iceman and Beast? Oh, they're off doing their own thing. We gotta train this Thunderbird kid. We gotta train this Storm girl.
Yeah.
Also, introducing Storm without introducing Wolverine or Colossus is kind of annoying. Because they're like the B team. They're the team when the A team crashes in... What's the name of the island? Krakoa? The living island monster thing?
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Yeah, when they crash there, they send Thunderbird, Nightcrawler, Storm, Wolvie. I just said his name a second ago. Steelman.
Colossus?
Yeah.
How do you forget about Colossus?
Because I think about him so much that I don't have to say his name in my brain.
No, I definitely... They're going to be saving Wolverine for a Weapon X movie, probably.
What about Vulcan? He's cool.
Which one's Vulcan?
He's another Cyclops' brothers. He has fire powers.
Yeah.
He winds up going to space and hanging out with the Kree.
Oh.
As part of their honor guard. And
Why
then he
not?
gets super evil and becomes super fucking powerful, and Cyclops has to kill.
So, leading on to my next
Sorry,
rumor,
yeah.
would that be cool if he was the first villain? Considering that the rumor is Magneto's not going to be in the movie till like...
Who would be the first villain? Vulcan?
Vulcan.
No, Vulcan's like end-tier boss.
Mm-hmm.
He's like when he shows up again, everyone's like, oh god.
Well, if they're planning to have Magneto not be the main villain in the first X-Men movie, who would you want to have it?
Well, he was the main villain in the first comic book.
Because they kind of want to build Magneto up to be like the end tier. Like
They're turning him into a Thanos. It's pronounced Thog. No, I'm kidding.
Because one of the other rumors is they're gonna have him be like a main villain later on, but then they're gonna have to recruit him to come and to fight Doctor Doom. That's one of the big rumors that's going around right now. Which I kind of hope they keep that out because I really want the Fantastic Four to fuck Doctor Doom up.
I could see that being a thing, but I think Doctor Doom would look at Magneto and go, "We kind of see eye to eye," and then they become buddies.
Now, do they fight a lot in the comics or no?
No.
Do they ever hang out?
I mean, there'll be a time when Magneto is like, "I'm a good guy now," and he goes and fights Doom, and they're both like.
To be fair, the only time Magneto's a good guy is when
when Charles is dead. And
when the mutants are like, "Hey, we kind of agree with you now,"
and he gets the white costume.
Yeah.
Because no more.
I
mutants.
fucking hated that costume at first, but some of the artwork makes him look like super.
It grows on you. At first you're like, that's dumb as shit, but then when you see him like floating and he's all white, and it's like, oh,
it's like godly.
Yeah, exactly. Like he ascends.
But they are saying that Storm's gonna be from Wakanda,
which is back to who I want the first villain to be.
Oh.
I guess Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because you can do you can establish Jean Grey.
Who's the other dude that was Mr. Sinister and the guy, like the British guy? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, Sebastian.
Sebastian Shaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like.
But then you have to introduce the Hellfire Club, which then you have to introduce.
Yeah, but the whole thing could be them versus the Hellfire Club.
Yeah, but then you have to introduce the White Queen and the Red Queen and all that stuff.
Yeah. Who's the Red Queen?
Jean Grey's evil clone. See what I fucking mean?
They don't need to.
But you need to.
When do you think they're gonna put Emma Frost in there?
Well, if they do the Hellfire Club, they have to put Emma Frost in there.
Yeah.
Because she's the White Queen.
Just keep her around so Cyclops can get manipulated.
Hot take. I think Cyclops and Emma is a better pairing than Cyclops and Jean. Because Jean Grey keeps fucking dying.
It's not her fault she was infected by the Phoenix Force.
And then, how'd she die the second time?
I don't fucking remember.
And the third time?
It's not her fault that she is...
Or big titty blonde girl who can turn into fucking diamonds.
Dude, they need to stop with that costume.
What if she trims her nails and then turns into diamonds? Do her fingernails turn into diamonds? And if so, she has infinite money. How is she not the pick? When she gets a haircut and turns into diamonds, does each individual strand of hair turn into a diamond? And if so, infinite money.
So, would you rather just have Mr. Sinister, or do you want Mr. Sinister in the Hellfire Club?
I guess you could establish Mr. Sinister and not really have him be Black Lipstick and Blue Diamond. You could just have him be like a scientist working on mutants.
No, they need to.
Hold on.
Alright, I'll hold on.
It ends with him turning into the blue monster due to fucking gas internet gas or something. You know?
God,
yeah, right? But the whole time he'll be like, he's working on the mutant cure, quote unquote, for the government, but what he's really trying to do is create the perfect mutant, which is what he wants to do, and then he, for some reason, decides Cyclops and Jean Grey need to fuck the shit out of each other so he can have Cable. And that's his plan. And then the whole time, the whole movie can be like Jean Grey and Cyclops are like, well, I'm not really into each other, but then at the end battle, they realize they like each other, and then Sinister's like, yes. You know?
So you don't want them to be together at the beginning of the movie?
They weren't really in the comics at first.
Yeah.
I mean, they were, but it was like comic book romance, you know?
See, the problem I have with that is they might go the route of teen drama if you do that, because it is Disney, after all.
Who's going to be gay?
They'll probably wait for Iceman.
I think Nightcrawler.
Magneto. He's gonna be throwing metal dildos at his guy the whole time.
Just a guy like bent over, like strapped to a chair, like
Try to
shredded.
stop, we're gonna get canceled.
Shoot.
Chris is gonna watch this pick.
What the
You're trying to
fuck?
ruin our show.
You guys talked for 20 minutes about Magneto fucking someone with a metal dildo. It was fun. If they made Magneto gay, that's the same thing as like making not Harry Kim. Wow, that makes me sound racist. Making Sulu gay. Harry Kim and Sulu are both Asian characters in Star Trek.
Quick question. How do you think they're gonna go about like the whole Nazi Germany thing with Magneto and stuff?
They can't do Nazi Germany because unless they want to introduce the whole like Lazarus Pit thing that they did with Magneto to like de-age him.
Yeah.
So he's not 130 years old, you know?
Well, do you think they could do a whole...
They'll probably do the Iraq War. Or Vietnam.
Yeah, but the Nazi Germany thing fits so much.
The Nazi Germany thing fits perfectly with his character. It makes perfect
Do you think
sense.
they might do like a House of M time travel thing?
No, they can keep the Eastern European route and do like a Bosnia thing where the Chechens were coming in and genociding anyone that wasn't like their religion.
Yeah.
So you could just, and that happened in the 50s, 60s.
Mm.
So you could just do that.
Who are you most worried about, like an actor playing like one of the characters, like that you think they're just gonna fuck it up the most?
Who would? What do you mean? Like who don't I want to play someone?
Yeah.
I don't.
I feel like they're gonna fuck up Magneto.
I don't want the kid that played Cyclops to play Cyclops again.
Yeah.
I
heard that kid's a douchebag too.
I would love Sir Ian McKellen to reprise his role.
No, dude. I need like a kind of super jacked Magneto. Like in the animated series, he's like the old silver-haired guy.
But that's him
Where
after
like-
he's in the pit and all that. But at the same time, I love the old frail man who everyone's scared of. And they're like, why? And they go, well, I mean, he can pull the iron out of your blood. And it's like, oh.
I don't know.
That scene where he's in, I think it's the second X-Men, where he's walking out of the prison and he steps on the floating disc, and then he has the two orbs just floating next to him, like slowly, and then they shoot and kill that. I was like, yo.
Well, what's his name from First Class?
Which one?
Magneto.
Not Cumberbatch. Cuomo? No. Quinto? No. Who played him?
Michael Fassbender.
Fassbender.
He's my favorite Magneto. I would not mind them bringing him back.
I like Fassbender a lot. He was the only good part of that new Alien movie.
Yeah. And to be fair, he's one of the only good parts of the new X-Men movies.
Yeah.
That scene when he's in the bar and he just like kills the Nazi guys and everything.
Best scene is when he's in the woods with his daughter. Remember they have all the bows and arrows, the wooden bows and arrows, and they're holding in, and then one guy accidentally like looses an arrow and it hits his kid. So Magneto pulls the necklace off his daughter and just and kills like 30 people in the woods.
Magneto's such a cool
I
character.
told it, dude, I would kill for a Magneto movie.
Michael Fassbender was definitely the best played.
It's because he was the best actor in the movie.
Yeah. What'd you think of? We're going a little off topic, but whatever. What'd you think of?
We'll just have this be our X-Men episode, I guess.
Yeah.
Just X-Men in general. What we like about them, what we don't like. I don't like that they're so divert. No, I'm kidding. Especially nowadays.
No, who played Professor X?
The guy from Filth.
What'd you think of him?
I like him in movies. I didn't like him as Professor X.
You just don't like the way they wrote him, or his acting?
He just... Unfortunate... Again, I'm going back to Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart. Unfortunately, in my mind, when I was reading the books, before I even saw any cartoon or anything like that,
Yeah.
that's how they talked and acted. I always pictured them as very astute, upright, moral,
See,
very well spoken.
I do not know who can play Professor X.
Give me some elocution classes, and I'll do it. Shave my head and everything.
Who? Do you ever see Kick-Ass?
Yes?
Who's the main bad guy, the bald dude?
No.
He would be a great.
No, I've seen him in other stuff, dude.
Oh,
He
so good.
is
He was in
not
Shazam?
that good. Yeah, and he wasn't that good. He was also in that weird Nicolas Cage movie where all the water dried up on Earth, so they were grounding up people into food, and Nicolas Cage is going to escort this kid to Canada.
Never saw that one.
Yeah, it was straight to Redbox. I only watched it because Nicolas Cage was in it. Really bad.
Well, 90% of his movies are straight to. Probably 95% of them are straight to Redbox.
Nicolas Cage, if you're listening, please lay off the booze. It sucks, man. We don't like you seeing you kill yourself like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't always be drinking.
I love Nick Cage. Nick Cage should play Professor X.
Wolverine! You need to stop the killing!
I'm trying to get in his mind.
He has what's it? Wow, I can't remember shit. The
Cerebro?
See a Cerebron. I can't find him. I can't find him.
I would love it. It would be great. And then Professor X just drinking for some reason. And everyone's like, is he supposed to be? And they're like,
Before we get back into the rumors, how can we fit Carl Urban in this movie? Wolverine? You think he would be a good Cyclops? No.
Gambit.
Yeah, but it's just... Yeah.
Think of Carl Urban's charisma on screen with a Creole accent. And you know he would get the Creole accent right.
But is Gambit cool enough for Carl Urban?
I think Carl Urban would make Gambit cool.
Yeah.
Because I think Gambit's lame as shit, but I think Carl Urban could make Gambit cool.
Yeah. But I want to be Wolverine.
No, we'll never get better than Hugh Jackman.
I really hope they go the route of like the 5'6" Jack guy.
Me?
If I lost like
What if
100 pounds.
what if like Disney came to my house and they're like, Chris, right, we're gonna put you on steroids and you're gonna work out 12 hours a day because we need you to play Wolverine. I'd be like,
you would be Morph.
this one's for Morph.
I'd be Wolverine. That'd be Morph.
Could you slim down? No, you'd be Puck. If we're doing an Alpha Force,
you.
if we're doing an Alpha Force movie, you're Puck. I'll be Wendigo.
I won't be Puck.
Puck is awesome. Are you fucking kidding? He's the only surviving member. Did you hear they killed Alpha Force?
Really?
Yeah, like maybe 7 years ago.
I'll be Beast. Actually, I can hop around.
They have a splash panel of Wendigo getting ripped in half, and it's just like, why Alpha Force? What did they do, man?
To get back into the rumors, what do you think of Storm being from Wakanda? Did we talk about this?
No. I think I just said I think it's just stupid. Make her.
You think it's forced?
Yeah.
I just have a question. What happened to the girl he was seeing in Black Panther? She wasn't in Endgame or any of that. And now they're talking about...
There was no love interest in Black Panther.
Yes, there was.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, there was.
No.
Yes.
He asked her out. She said no, and he respected her wishes.
Did he respect her wishes?
Yes.
Or did he go?
Yes, because that movie won SJW points for not having a romance plot and not having a damsel in distress. It was one of the most diverse movies ever made.
One of the only comic book movies that should have a love plot is Spider-Man.
I liked the love plot in Caps.
With Peggy?
Yeah, where he sees her old and he still loves her and all
I don't
that
care
shit.
what people say. The first Avenger was a great movie.
3 montages?
Yeah.
Nah.
Dude, me and Kyle went to go see that, and he fell asleep during the montages and woke up, and he thought that was just the movie.
Oh, good. I mean, it pretty much was.
He was like, this is a short-ass movie.
There were some dance numbers. I went to go see it with Dietrich and Brad. And Dietrich's like, oh my god, another montage. And I was like, yeah, I know, it's fucking killing me. And then it cuts to him inside the plane where he's he's just throwing them through the open bomb door. And I turned to Dietrich and I went, that guy didn't have a parachute. And he goes, I know, Captain America's killing people. It's fucking rad. I was like, I don't know if the director realized what he was showing.
You know what he did? They're Nazis. And it's okay for Captain America to kill Nazis.
Not every Nazi was in the SS. A lot of them were Wehrmacht, which were just people conscripted to fight on the front lines, much like Russian Bolshevik soldiers.
Are you defending them like you're defending the stormtroopers and everything on the Death Star?
Yeah. Exactly.
They knew what they were getting themselves into.
But they didn't have a choice.
Did they?
Also, propaganda's a thing. So they got tricked into working on the Death Star.
So is it like the new Star Wars where he had the slave colony building the ships and all of a sudden it all got destroyed because, mass chaos?
I still haven't seen it, so I'm not entirely up to... I watched the Red Letter Media review. I mean, if you haven't seen them already. And I was like, I don't need to see this movie.
That's going to be a force watch.
Oh.
And we're going to live stream our reactions and me and you are just going to nitpick it all.
I don't want to do a reaction cast.
But what do you think about her getting with Black Panther in the movie?
I always hated that, even in the comics. I thought that was... because it's...
I wish they would have her and Wolverine.
Well, they were a thing.
Yeah.
And it was organic. It was like Cyclops got Jean
Grey.
Grey.
Yeah, they were the only ones left,
Yeah.
pretty much, and everything.
Yeah, Cyclops gets Jean Grey, Wolverine got Storm. I was like, that's fair. It works. Storm and Wolverine kind of get each other's.
I do have to say, if they pull the bullshit of having Cyclops, Wolverine, and Jean Grey
in a threesome,
I'm gonna rage.
Well, that's why I asked you earlier, who do you think they're gonna make gay? Because you know they're gonna do this shit. They have to check all the boxes.
I am not against gay people. If they make Wolverine gay, I'm just gonna be like, well, he is old enough. Maybe he did.
Maybe.
Yeah. Actually, I won't even care. Make him bi.
But my thing would be like...
What's the girl? Lady Deathstrike? What's her real name?
Something Japanese, right?
They fucked that storyline up in X-Men 2, even though it's a great movie.
She wasn't even cool. And her costume sucked. It wasn't like the red thing with the...
It was back in the day.
When everyone had the leather costumes.
The main costume they fucked up was Silver Samurai. They made
I didn't
Mac
even
costume.
see that movie.
It was awesome up until the last... It was literally a good movie up until the last fight. The guy who made Logan made that, James Mangold. But I guarantee you studio things were like, hey, you know what's hot right now? Mech suits.
I never really liked Silver Samurai. I never liked Wolverine.
But then they fucking cut Wolverine... Like, Silver Samurai has, like, the adamantium sword. They cut Wolverine's claws off. Then next movie, hey, we got him back.
They grew back?
The adamantium grew back.
Wolverine.
The adamantium grew back.
It's comic books. I don't gotta explain shit. Also, I didn't think adamantium could cut adamantium. Because if he's cutting through Wolverine's claws...
It was heated up.
Oh, I was gonna say, because if he's cutting through Wolverine's claws, wouldn't Wolverine's
No,
claws then in
they
turn...
thought of it. They caught on fire, some lame shit.
Why not just use a high frequency blade like Raiden for Metal Gear Revengeance?
Like Gohan. Alright, so stick with Marvel, then we'll get into some DC news. New Warriors is finally canceled.
I am so glad. That first video we recorded about the New Warriors, where I just got drunk and like stuff. New Warriors is my favorite.
That was a video we literally did not put out because we might get canceled.
Yeah, we could have.
Like, we weren't being like racist, homophobic, or anything. We were very angry and drunk. And
it's also saying things like, why does that character have to be gay? Just make a new gay character. That gets you canceled in today's culture. So, we couldn't release that video. And I bet you know which characters I'm talking about if you're a New Warriors fan.
But let me go through let's see if we can remember their powers. That'd be fun.
Ooh, I know them all already.
Alright, Snowflake.
He has non-binary, has the power to make snowflake shurikens.
Is she the one that's Danielle or Daniel?
She's the one that's they, them. That's all I remember. And I was like,
and that was kind of a cool power.
Snowflake shurikens? Yeah, because it's like the beginning of becoming Killer Frost, or the beginning of becoming... What's an Iceman, I guess.
Before we go into this too, one of the main reasons why it got canceled is because real SJW people thought Marvel was making fun of them. Because they're like, are you
making fun of us?
Where they're all like, no, we promise.
Wait, was that a moment of self-awareness in the SJW crowd where they went, wait, are we a joke? Did they have a moment of clarity?
That was one of my favorite things I read about it. Alright, Safe Space. The worst power ever.
He can only create shields for other people.
So if he gets in a fight,
he's fucking useless.
But he's a stereotypical jock.
So he's probably
as the writer says.
But anyway, that's such a cool power if done right. Have him hanging in the back with Scarlet Witch, just being like, boosh, and just putting up barriers and blocking lasers and shit like that.
Yeah, like in Endgame with what's his name?
Dude, they could have called him anything. They could have called him like Jericho, like the Walls of Jericho, or something like that. They could have called him Babylon, like the Walls of Babylon. They could have called him like Hadrian, like the Wall of Hadrian. They could have called him anything, but no, Safe Space.
Just let him be able to make a force field for himself.
The worst part about Safe Space is the character description minus all like the zings and like typical John. I was like, that's actually you could do something with that.
Just at least make him protect himself.
No, because that way it's all about teamwork. It's like the Cloak and Dagger thing, where Cloak can teleport anywhere, which is cool, and Dagger can create daggers made of lights, which is cool. They would both get wrecked, but when they work together, they're fucking awesome.
This might be my favorite one. Screen time.
Screen time. He's a kid who got sprayed in the face by his grandfather's experimental internet gas. And now he's a living Google.
I really wish they would put this out just so we could find out what internet gas is.
They never will.
Oh. They make comic books.
Comic books. You know, if he was plugging in a USB and a lightning bolt hit his fucking tower at the exact same time and he got all the information of the internet beamed into his brain. Why? Marvel, come on.
Yeah, but internet gas? Like, what?
Did they take the internet from an electron signal and turn it into a gas, which is much slower?
Your grandfather's trying to create something where everybody in the world could just get instant information.
It's called the internet. We already have it.
Without the internet, though, just by going, think.
No, if anything, the grandfather was like, dude, fuck this internet. It needs to slow down. Let's put it in gas form.
Hey. B negative is pretty much
vampire.
a Morbius clone.
Yeah.
But teenage.
But emo.
Yeah. And your favorite, Trailblazer.
Comes from a foster home, morbidly obese, has a backpack from given to her by God. Not the one you're thinking of.
That's like...
She could pull anything out of the backpack.
It's literally like, I am fat, so I can make fun of fat people, so everyone can fuck off if they're like, he made fun of her.
And I'm skinny and beautiful, and I can make fun of fat people.
Yeah, but to a point.
Fat people aren't people.
But literally, like, what is she gonna do? She's gonna go into battle and be like, "Here, hero, let me reach."
Let me reach. No, my fat fucking arms can't touch my neck.
She runs like 10 feet, and she's like, oh, "Sandwich,
hot dogs, sandwich."
Oh God, it's. Just,
I think they should rename.
It's not even like some of these heroes could be cool.
I'm stealing a joke right now. They should call her Fat Chance. Because she's fat and she has a chance to pull something useful out.
Yeah, we don't even know if it was like purposeful things or just chanceful things.
That's a Venture Brothers joke. Fat Chance is this big fat guy from Jersey, and he has a portal to another dimension in his stomach, and whenever he reaches and he pulls
That's another show I'm afraid to come back.
I'm glad. My most favorite and least favorite thing about Venture Brothers is the way they write their seasons is any one-off joke from any point in the season, any of the seasons, they try to write into their storyline. So like when Venture or Monarch mentions her old boyfriend was the guy, the Phantom Limb or whatever, that was just supposed to be a one-off line, and then that just turned into a whole arc. You know, like, I love the way they write, but it just takes them forever.
Yeah, well, they're doing it for the fans.
I understand. It's taken them 3 years to get the new season out. I'm fine with waiting.
I honestly think they're worried, like, about some of the shit they're gonna put out. Because I guarantee you, Adult Swim's like, guys,
come on, add more trannies. Excuse me, what are they called? Trans people?
No, not even that. They're like, guys, you need to calm down.
Yeah.
Although they do have, like, the last podcast on the left on there, and they say some pretty fucked up shit. Yeah. I hope Adult Swim's, like, the last good, like, one that doesn't really...
The first 3 hours of their programming block are Family Guy, Cleveland Show, and American Dad.
TBS bought them.
I know, but come on, man. They canceled
to be fair, they do start at, like, 3 hours earlier than they used to.
They start at 8 now. Isn't that fucking weird? Remember when you had to stay up till midnight to watch Adult Swim?
Yeah. Then they put it to 10, where the anime came on.
Which was great, because I was like sick. I got to watch uncensored DBZ and Mobile's 8th MS.
Inuyasha.
Deep Blue.
Yeah, I never watched Deep Blue.
It was pretty okay.
Trigun. I never watched Trigun.
I never watched Trigun.
G Gundam. Oh my god.
G Gundam was great. All Gundam was great.
Yu Hakusho, the uncensored, like, I remember I watched it on Adult Swim and like, this is trash.
I watched it on Toonami.
It was trash.
And that was when I was first exposed to it, and I was like, and I watched the episode where the Nazi monk breaks Kuwabara's arm, and it was so much different on Toonami, and then I watched it on Adult Swim, and I was like, oh, I like this episode, and then they show him getting his arm broken, and you hear it, and I was like, oh god.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, like, the real thing, then you go to Toonami and watch it, even the first episode, you're like, this is off.
Yu Yu Hakusho had such a good first episode.
Yeah.
And then it was just all downhill.
No, fuck you.
Dude, who's the masked warrior? Could it be Genkai?
Shut up.
I don't know. It's a little purple-haired thing.
Fuck you. But yeah, Trailblazer.
Yeah. Wow, we went off. That's how much we love talking about that. We just started talking about Yu Yu Hakusho.
I, for one, am really hoping that they actually keep this canceled and, like, this is, like, a good slap in the face to Marvel being like, listen.
Bring back Gravity. He was cool.
You want to know what my main thing is? They're trying to make a team of kids.
Dude.
First of all, look at the original Teen Titans book.
Everyone dies.
Adults love that book because it was real.
And there were stakes.
Yeah. It wasn't fucking, hey, this person has a TikTok. This person,
Yeah.
they didn't go on fads. They just went on...
It's like when I told you I prefer teen books to adult, like the books starring the teens to adults, and you were like, you at first were discussing, and then I explained to you, it's like, no, when teen characters die, they stay dead.
Yeah.
Like these characters...
Especially Jason Todd.
There's a few, yeah, well, he's a bat, so no one is
To be fair, Red Hood's cool. We'll get to that on another day.
Who's your favorite Robin?
Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson's a good one.
Nightwing is fucking amazing.
I like Red Robin.
Why?
Because he has
Tim Drake?
He has a bow staff. I like staffs.
Yeah, but fucking, what's his name? Dick Grayson has a staff that
No,
he breaks up.
he uses the,
Yeah, but he can put...
He uses the
can-
tonfa. He can do that.
Yeah.
But Red Robin always has that, and he wears a cool red hood.
Damien's cool, too.
Damien's annoying. I always found him annoying.
He's young. He's a
What
fucking...
about the female Robin from Dark Knight Returns?
It's forgettable.
She had the square glasses.
Yeah. I just hate Frank Miller's art style.
I go back and
I
forth.
could never get into it. Like the first Dark Knight Returns comic book is okay, but he just draws women so butchy.
He likes to... Well, he draws with ink.
There's plenty of artists out there that can draw with ink.
I mean, like, big, thick ink lines, you know? His stuff looks better in black and white than it does with colorized.
Yeah, but even Sin City, if you look at the women in that, they're not that great looking.
Well, you're gay, Chad, so I don't know why you care.
I hate you.
Anyway, back to what we were talking about.
I don't remember. Alright, well, we're done with Marvel. Anything else Marvel you want to talk about?
Stop sucking.
Stop sucking, start doing cool.
Start over. Just start over.
Just literally look at yourselves in the mirror, Marvel, and be like, everybody hates reboots, but you know what? Sometimes it's what you need to do.
They tried it Marvel Now, and that was a complete failure.
Yeah, I got some posters over here.
So start with some Marvel 52. Just start over. Wipe the slate clean.
Just put like a statement out being like, listen, things have gone fucking crazy with heroes fighting heroes for the past 10, 20 years.
We kept hiring Tumblr artists and writers, and it didn't work out. We don't know how this happened, but apparently hiring non-professional artists and writers fucked everything
Remember
up.
like the new Avengers, they had like David Finch and stuff on there? That guy's one of my favorite artists. You had Michael Turner back in the day.
J.J.
before he
Abrams
died.
used to write for Marvel.
Really?
Yeah, he wrote some X-Men that was really good.
That's cool.
He wrote Astonishing.
Well, how was that Superman comic he wrote with his son?
I don't know if I read that
Is
one.
it even out yet?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Anyway, I read the J.J. Abrams X-Men, and then I saw J.J. Abrams was making Star Trek. And
Which X-Men series was
Astonishing.
it? He did Astonishing before Joss Whedon? I think
Oh, I
Joss
got it
Whedon.
backwards. Whedon did.
Yeah, Joss Whedon did Astonishing, and that was great.
Yeah, Astonishing was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, why can't we get another X-Men? Was Astonishing like the last good X-Men book?
I remember they had New X-Men, which was cool. I didn't like the art style of New X-Men.
Yeah.
It was kind of like...
X-Force was pretty cool. And then,
X-Force always had kind of cool art.
what was the one?
But I liked the miniseries, because they had X-Men End Song.
What's the one with Goop? The little green floating guy? Dead Girl's part of the team. The guy who like has the golden shield over his mouth because he breathes acid.
There's like so many different X-Men titles, I just can't think of them.
Yeah, at first they were called X-Force.
I just keep thinking of Astonishing.
Are they
It's annoying.
Extreme?
They
Wait.
did have that cheesy 90s thing where it was the Extreme.
I liked that book and I loved that art style.
Yeah, was that a 90s one?
It was like a early mid 2000s.
See, the 90s, Todd McFarlane was my favorite 90s artist, because his wasn't like super obnoxious. Then the early 2000s, like 2000 to 2010, was where they had like the pinnacle of the really good art.
Yeah.
Then Jim Lee just started drawing all DC stuff. And all the Jim Lee art from the 90s with X-Men.
X-Static.
X-Static, yeah.
Yeah, that art style.
Yeah, those are cool.
I fucking love that art style.
Jim Lee did all the X-Men stuff, which he's my favorite X-Men artist.
Jim Lee's great, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the artist on this so I can say.
Did you ever see Michael Turner's art?
Possibly.
His was really cool. He did a lot of Valiant, I think, stuff. Then he went with Marvel.
I never really got super hard into the
Valiant. No,
Valiant. I know. Dude, alright. Have you read Astro City?
No.
You gotta read Astro City.
Really?
Art by Alex Ross. You know, the guy who did that right behind you.
Yeah.
And, I think it was by Valiant. It's a great comic book.
It sounds familiar.
Astro City is just like... It's just like existing in a city with already pre-established storylines, pre-established superheroes, and you don't know anything. You're just thrown into it.
Now, quick comic you should read. Do you like anything that's other than just superhero comics?
Do I like a lot of stuff that's not superhero comics? Yeah, of course.
Have you read Saga?
Yes.
Saga's amazing.
Saga's amazing.
And when they come out with that TV show, if they edit anything...
You know they will.
I want to see 2 TV heads fucking.
You know they won't.
I want to see like a fucking spider lady with her tits hanging out.
It won't happen. Mike Allard is the artist for Ecstatic.
Cool.
He's great.
That art style is on a lot of other stuff I can't think of.
It's often compared to pop art.
Yeah.
I just read that on his wiki.
Huh.
What was I going to say? Yeah, some of my favorite comic books are not... Like, I like Why the Last Man.
I haven't read that yet.
I like Mouse.
I don't know where to start with a lot of this. Like,
You start at number 1.
Like, no, Sandman.
Start at number 1. Neil Gaiman's Sandman.
Yeah, but isn't there like a bunch of different types now?
Well, there's DC Sandman. There's the weird Sandman where he hangs out with Lady Death, which I think is the Neil Gaiman one.
Mm.
And then there's Sandman in Marvel.
Neil Gaiman's great. Have you ever read American Gods?
No,
You should.
It didn't seem interesting.
It's really good.
Do you ever read We 3?
No.
That one's really good.
Read American Gods, though. I have it on my, You should... I'll give you my Hoopla account so you can audiobook stuff. You like audiobooks?
I don't like books.
Why?
I'm anti-education. You know this.
Anti-fucking-fun.
I'm anti-fuck.
Speaking of fun,
Right?
let's hop over to DC. They can't do wrong.
Now, this is my wheelhouse. I am a DC guy through.
Now, before we get to the main topic, with the whole... It's going to hint towards it. The whole Snyder Cut thing, we'll get into in a sec. But David Ayer's like, hey, I have a director's cut of Suicide Squad.
Dude,
does anybody want a director's cut of Suicide Squad?
Paul Feig came out and said, I have a director's cut of Ghostbusters.
We're not talking about that.
I'm just saying, all these directors are coming out and going, where's my cut? And they'll just do hashtag their name.
No, because I don't think the Paul Feig thing is actually like...
It's not real,
Yeah.
but people are just saying, we want the 3 hours of
But
footage.
I can honestly... David Ayer, that wasn't his directing style, the way they made that movie.
Where's
He's
my
more of like
Sam Raimi cut? With full racism.
How is Sam Raimi racist?
He did one thing in one movie that could be seen as racist. And
Well, don't bring it up. He might get canceled.
well, he's
He's
the thing.
directing Doctor Strange.
Here's the thing. Someone wrote an article on it, and then the internet went, you're fucking stupid. And then the joke became taking Sam Raimi movies and just putting the most... Just like, geez, how'd they get that past the FC? Like, Uncle Ben's laying dead, and he's like, son, did I ever tell you that despite being 13% of the... And then he just goes on a whole fucking rant. And it's just like... And remember, Peter, you have to burn the box under my bed. Aunt May can't know what I'm into. And it's like, geez. How'd you get that past
Suicide
me?
Squad.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care.
Did you see Suicide Squad? What'd you think of it personally?
I only went to go see Captain Boomerang done in live action. And
He was the best
And
part.
I only paid attention to the Captain Boomerang scenes.
When he's like, alright, I'm out of here.
And then I was like, brava, the movie can end.
The funny thing about that movie, I hated Margot Robbie in that movie.
Yeah, she's
But
really...
you watch Birds
she's
of Prey.
so hot in the movie, but everything she did turned my boner off.
Because it was just so, like,
Annoying.
accelerated, you know what I mean?
She does do the Mr. J thing pretty good, but...
But I guess, like, in Birds of Prey, she was great.
I didn't see
You haven't seen it yet.
I'm gonna.
You should just watch it.
I'm not going
You should
to.
just get drunk and watch it. Maybe a little high.
Little high.
Maybe a little high.
A little bit of Birds of Prey.
No, but oh, fuck. What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
No, Joker. David Ayer's like, nobody got to see what Jared Leto actually did with the Joker.
I wouldn't mind seeing just the Jared... Release. All right. When you
Release a Jared Leto cut.
No, not a Jared Leto cut. When you release Birds of Prey on DVD, give me a disc with deleted scenes. And like they used to do. Remember? Here's all the deleted scenes.
Remember when Blu-rays were like, you have all this extra stuff?
Dude, remember when you used to be able to watch a movie with director's commentary and like hear what the director was thinking during
Remember
each
when
scene?
every Blu-ray gave you that stuff? Now you buy a Blu-ray, but you didn't buy the correct edition, so you don't have any extra stuff.
I have the signature series Gladiator.
Oh, I
It's
still
got
have
his
never seen
signature.
Gladiator. Because it's 3 hours long.
This goes back to me saying, yeah, you're a man, but you're not actually a man. You've never seen Gladiator. You are not a man.
I've never seen Troy either.
You're not a man. Any movie with muscular guys sweating and hitting each other is a man.
Hey, I finally saw Conan.
Yeah, it took you fucking 31 years. My dad showed it to me at birth.
This is what you need to be. Then you
Slap my mom, grab me out of her. What's best in life? And I was like, I was a baby.
But Conan was very respectful to women.
He did clothe her before he raped her.
Yeah. He's like, you're all watching, but come on, a little respect. But anyway,
I love Conan.
the Jared Leto stuff. I honestly, he's a fucking nutcase. Like, he's not the cool nutcase like Tom Cruise can kind of be. He's like the I want a cult nutcase.
He's trying to be method.
Even though fucking Scientology is kind of a cult. Don't cancel us.
What do you mean, kind of a cult?
Yeah.
Fuck Scientology.
Yeah.
I'll go on. Alright, hot take. I would take Mormonism over Scientology. If I had to choose, I would pick Mormonism.
Yeah, because I don't think you have to go to as many meetings.
That you don't have to do the weird polygamy stuff, because it's illegal in the United States.
Yeah.
And whereas when you go to Scientology, they keep you in a house, locked in a room, and they monitor your movements and everything. And
Yeah.
it's kind of like what Gina wants to do. Anyway.
But yeah, I really want to see the Joker stuff.
I'm
Because
curious.
if it's as good as he's saying, I don't know if he's just blowing smoke up Jared. Even Jared Leto, like when this all happened, he finally saw the movie. He's like,
What the fuck?
he's like literally being like, "Are you fucking serious? I did all that work for nothing."
That happens more often than you think.
Yeah, but for a guy they advertise front billing.
Yeah. Like, did you see the movie, the movie, The Room? The movie about the making of The Room?
Yeah,
Disaster Artist.
That was a great movie.
You know the redheaded guy that was supposed to play his friend that had like no lines in the movie?
Yeah.
He's this comedian, Andrew Santino, and I listened to his podcast, and he talked about how he had scenes with dialogue where he was like improvising and everyone was telling him he's doing a fucking great job and all that stuff, and then he didn't know they had completely cut him out of the movie until he went there with his wife. And like sat down, and his wife was like, "Do you want to leave?" And he was like, "Yeah, really, really bad." They had to like bail and hide from everyone.
That's awful.
Yeah, Hollywood's mean.
Don't forget your wallet. That'd be a shame.
I gotta pee.
Yeah, I gotta pee too. Enough talking about that trash of Suicide Squad. Let's talk about some more trash. Justice League.
Snyder Cut.
Snyder Cut. You think it's gonna be good?
No.
Why not?
Because the movie was just bad in general.
Yeah, but
Listen.
all right. Before you say that, they have putting $30 to $40 million of reshoots.
Okay.
So they're bringing all the actors are coming back.
Okay.
They're gonna reshoot the scenes.
Even Ezra Miller after he beat up that woman in the street.
Yeah, but
He's not binary, so he can't actually have a sexual orientation.
yeah. So no,
It's all very
dude, that just got swept under the rug.
I know. Sorry.
At the beginning of the episode, I get censored. I kind of got censored where we said to.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, all that got swept under the rug for some reason, and I think it really played off that it was supposed to be a joke.
It wasn't supposed to be a joke. It was some fan harassing him, and he decided to get violent.
Yeah,
That's it, and that's all. Both were in the wrong.
but yeah, it's going to HBO Max, $30-40 million.
HBO
reshoots.
also produced that terrible Watchmen show.
People love that show.
Mind.
With our opinions aside,
People who didn't read The Watchmen.
They love that show.
People who didn't read The
Now
Watchmen.
you have all those fans that.
Why the fuck would Dr. Manhattan come back when the very last thing was, I think I'm gonna leave everything behind, all you little people with your little problems.
Yeah,
Why the fuck would he come back?
because he draws in the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, some of the rumors going along. Henry Cavill's coming back, which I think they're gonna actually keep him as Superman. It's pretty dope.
Did I make that joke? Oh no, that was the Mission Impossible joke where he'd have an even bigger mustache. Yeah. I'm okay with Henry Cavill coming back because now we won't have to have the fucking CGI upper lip. That's okay.
Yeah. Darkseid's finally gonna be the villain. Instead of fucking Steppenwolf, the worst CGI.
Who did we say we wanted it to be?
Voice actor wise?
Michael Ironsides or that other guy
Yeah.
from the cartoon? I don't remember what it was. Like it was something hyphen.
No,
something.
do you want him to just be a straight up CGI villain, or do you want him to do what they did with Thanos?
I would prefer what they do with. I would prefer the deep fake face.
Yeah.
CGI body. The cool thing about Darkseid is he always just stands there with his hands behind his back, and you're like.
Until he's actually fighting, there's not a lot of
The only time he ever takes his hands out to throw a punch is when he's hitting Superman. Other than that, hands behind the back, and he's just dodging you and shooting fucking Omega beams.
Now the biggest question I have is Ben Affleck going to come back?
They want him.
Because supposedly,
Actually,
he put out statements saying
Didn't
he's
I
like,
read somewhere he's coming back?
because he's been like putting out statements saying he's excited for the Snyder Cut and everything, and I'm sure he had like the vision that Zack Snyder had, where like, what do you want Batman to do in the movie? Because nobody likes Batman Justice League. He was too quippy. It was just bad.
Well, you can blame fucking douchebag for coming in and making everybody quip all over the place.
Yeah, that's not the tone.
Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon's great, but that's not the tone.
Glad he got canceled.
Why did he get canceled?
Because he did all that SJW shit, and then they dug through his Twitter and found some anti-women stuff, and it was like, you got your credibility taken away.
Jeez.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Quip.
So, with all that, Martian Manhunter's going to be in the movie.
John Jones is always cool, but at the same time,
and there are rumors that the Green Lantern Corps is going to be in it.
If Green Lantern Corps in, I'm in.
Yeah.
I love me some Green Lantern.
And I don't know about you, but I love the Nightmare Batman scenes they had in that.
As a comic book fan, I instantly knew what was going on.
Yeah.
But as someone who has no idea what a parademon is, no idea what Darkseid's sigil is, like...
Yeah, but you know what I have to say then? Fuck them. Read a comic book.
At the same time, though, you're making a movie for the general audience.
And at the same time, fuck them. Read a comic book.
Generally speaking, people don't read comics.
Yeah. But it's gonna make sense why Flash came back and was like...
Did I come early? Bruce, you have to let him win, or whatever. You were right about him the whole time, right?
And we're getting Black Suit Superman.
Which is cool. Mullet Superman, hopefully.
Yeah.
I got
Henry
my
Cavill
hair.
could probably grow a
Got
bitch
my
in
hair
mullet.
tie. That's what I'm doing right now. Picking up my hair tie off the ground.
You're a bitch.
Just letting everyone know. I got my hair tied back.
But what are your main hopes for the Snyder Cut, if you have any?
A decent movie.
Yeah. What about story-wise? Like,
Dude, you can't fix that story. It's fucked. I want some scenes where Green Lantern makes a giant fist and punches a guy. I want to see where John Jones goes incorporeal. Corporeal is physical, incorporeal is not, like, being able to go through them.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I want that. I want to see where John Jones, like, becomes like a scary giant monster, because, you know, he can shapeshift. I want to see Superman punch someone while shooting them with heat beams.
I want to see a power struggle between Darkseid and Superman's.
I don't think they should have Darkseid fight him in this movie. I think if anything, Supes should fly up to punch Darkseid, and Darkseid should blast him with an Omega beam and then go, "You survived?" Kind of thing.
They're gonna definitely go ham with this.
Because no one survives an Omega beam.
No,
Not even the Flash can outrun them.
no, but they're gonna go ham with this because they don't know if they're gonna be able to make another Justice
If
League.
it's a $40 million fight scene,
It's a 4-hour movie.
if it's a $40 million 2-hour long fight scene where all the heroes get a half hour to do what they want, like each individual hero gets a 15-minute segment, but that 15-minute segment can bleed into another hero's. So you got like Flash like whipping up a tornado, and then Wonder Woman like throwing her lasso and dragging them all down, and then Aquaman fucking stabs them, and Green Lantern lifts them up and throws
So you
them.
want like a cool, like kind of the first Avengers movie where all the heroes just circle around, they're all using their powers and everything.
Where everyone, not like the X-Men Apocalypse movie where everyone's just standing in a circle, just like shooting them with their lasers. But I want to see them more like do
Teamwork.
because that's what the Justice League is
Yeah.
fucking all about. Batman is a master
And
tactician.
you know they're gonna have Hal Jordan and John Stewart.
Damn, to see the two of them just flying around, just fucking John Stewart.
Even if you have Sinestro come too.
I would be...
like green Sinestro.
What if not Hal, not John, not Guy,
It's just Sinestro.
not Kyle. It's Sinestro and Aben Sur. Aben Sur is the original protector of our space sector, and Sinestro was the number 2 lantern behind him.
That would actually be pretty dope.
Cause
Lead-in.
we would know.
Yeah. No, that would be a great lead-in to like the Justice League movie.
Because
even at the end, they could have a post-credit scene of Sinestro.
It could literally end the fight scene because
Sinestro kills him, right?
Aben Sur?
Yeah. How's he die again?
He dies. Well, it's been retconned like 6 times.
Well, in the movie, they could even have that happen. Then at the end of the movie,
I don't want him to get killed by Sinestro. Dude, Sinestro was right. You do know that. When Sinestro becomes the White Lantern at one point, Sinestro was right the whole time. I mean, this whole idea that Green Lanterns can't kill, fighting a universe that wants to kill them.
Yeah.
And then he had to attack Oa to explain, this is how fucking weak you are. You know, like...
You just love Yellow. Yellow Lantern's a badass.
Parallax is a cool fucking entity.
You know what I love? There's no, like, logical reason why Batman shouldn't be a Lantern.
He refused it.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
Well...
When, fucking Sinestro sent out all his, Sinestro Corps rings, one came to Batman and Bruce Wayne of Earth, you have the power to instill great fear. And he went, no. And it flew away.
That's cool.
And it went to Scarecrow, and it landed on Scarecrow, and was like, nah, never mind. Yeah, it was pretty great. And then Scarecrow winds up getting one in Blackest Night.
Yeah.
They give fucking Lex Luthor the Ring of Avarice, right? Which is like greed.
Imagine if they made that a movie.
Dude,
that would be a good Snyder
but
movie.
the problem with Blackest Night is the idea of Superman getting a black ring is because in previous continuities he had died, so that's why he becomes a zombie.
Yeah, that's what happens in this.
In the movie, you would have to establish that there are already previous continuities.
Yeah.
The movie didn't establish that.
One-off movies, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. I would kill for a one-off Blackest Night. Just start with, like, Oliver Queen and Hal Jordan and Black Canary chilling, and then the zombie invasion starts.
That would have to be a hard R.
Oh, especially if you got Diana Lance in it. Fucking scream powers that make your ears bleed. She can fucking blow Superman's brain up by screaming at it. I love the DC universe. It's almost like, DBZ, where it's like, yeah, well, Gallic Gun is just as strong as a Kamehameha, but...
The biggest problem with Marvel? There are too many characters.
DC
has a lot too, but they know how to, like...
The problem with Marvel is they make a new character, they make a new team, they exist for 6 months, and then they're gone.
No, not even that, though. They have the Avengers, they have...
West Coast Avengers.
Yeah.
Great Lakes Avengers.
They have
X-Men Blue,
they have
X-Men
the
Gold.
X-Force. They have...
Ecstatic.
Just the X-Men alone, there's way too many characters.
Age of Adam. But X-Men Blue and Gold was terrible.
Yeah.
Cyclops and Storm fight for who can control it, and Storm beats Cyclops, so Cyclops is like, I'm gonna go start my own team. And Storm's like, oh, yeah, well, I'm gonna go start my team. And they become X-Men Blue and Gold.
I just hate how, not to go on a Marvel tangent again, but they're supposed to be a team, they're supposed to be friends, but they're always constantly...
Because it's more realistic. Everyone knows when you work with someone, it's constant drama no matter what.
Not to the point of murdering each other.
You worked at Unicar.
I would never murder you.
I know, none of us would ever hurt each other. That's the point I'm trying to make.
But what I want from the Snyder Cut, pretty much have Batman, because they already put the seed in, Batman's going to recruit the Justice League. But have it done a little more. Like, I think Zack Snyder did have the scenes where Batman goes to get Aquaman and stuff.
I don't think that's cool.
You don't want him recruiting?
I want Batman to be the very last recruit.
You want it to be more organic, where Diana's doing it?
It would make more sense, because Wonder Woman's whole thing is about, like, bringing people together. It would make more sense if she brought everyone together. Plus, if she showed up and she was like, what's up, Jason Momoa? Jason Momoa would be like, damn, follow her, Because he's just a horny pig. Fucking Flash already established he needed friends, so just have Diana do it.
I do like that scene, though, with Bruce and...
It's okay, but at the same time, it's dumb. It should come down to, like, everyone's together, and then they're, like, Batman, come on.
I just Batman. I'm by myself.
Yeah, I do my own thing, and then he.
I have like a group of bat people, but
Listen, there's like 12 underage children that fight my war. It's fucking really fucked up. I don't know why I do it, but I keep recruiting kids.
we will do a video on how fucked up Batman is if it was in real life.
Poor Dick Grayson. Got the shit end of the stick. As soon as he turned 18, Bats was like, see ya! Got a new one. And then whenever he shows up to help Batman, Batman's mean to him. It's just like, come on.
Can I ask you this question though? How would you want Superman to come back alive? Because that whole mother box thing was fucking horseshit.
Yeah, that was stupid. I like the idea. Well, because then you would have to go into the 3 Supermans. Superboy, Cyborg Superman, and Eradicator.
Yeah, but the way Superman comes back is his body's just slowly
Eradicator, which is an AI built into the the Fortress of Solitude, when they bury Superman and do all that shit, digs him back up and takes him to the Kryptonian Regeneration Chamber, where he just heals up. And the whole time Eradicator's mission is to defend Superman. He's the Superman that just has the yellow beam across his eyes. Have you seen that costume?
No.
So his whole thing is he's like Superman Punisher. Instead of like arresting criminals, he's killing them. And then you have Superboy, who's a clone of Superman and Lex Luthor, who's doing it for the fame. Then you have Citizen Steel, who's a black dude who built himself a mech suit, and he's got like yeah, his name's John Henry, and he's got a giant sledgehammer.
Cyborg,
and he's cool. And then you have Cyborg Superman, who's Hank Henshaw fused with an evil computer.
I really hope they stick with the...
See how confusing it gets, Chad? Just let him come back to life. Yeah, you need to...
If they do Superboy, though, I really hope they do the one where he's like, I'm not fucking wearing spandex and a cape.
He wears the leather jacket and sunglasses?
No, the one where he just wears the black t-shirt and jeans.
Connell sucks. I'm talking about real Superboy. Connell's annoying.
He's awesome.
Connell's annoying. I like 90s Superboy. He seems fun.
He seems like he can party.
That's why I like him.
So, are you excited for the Snyder Cut?
Mildly not interested, I guess.
I'm just soup because, like, I don't think I've hated a comic book movie as much as Justice League just because of the potential.
Yeah.
Even Batman vs Superman, I didn't mind the theatrical cut.
Yeah, BVS wasn't that bad.
But the rated R version, have you watched it yet?
No.
It's so good. Yeah, I know what he fucking looks like.
So much cooler.
Fucking circle glasses. Morpheus glasses.
I like it. I like it.
No. Well, Force Watch is going to be the rated R of Batman vs Superman.
No, dude. The point of Force Watch is not to watch movies we normally would watch. That means
you wouldn't watch it. You haven't watched it yet, so you're not
watching
it.
But it's a fucking comic book movie. Aren't you tired?
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think of the Snyder Cut.
You're not tired of comic book movies yet?
No, I will never be tired of the comic movies. Because they help us be happy.
Thank you, Disney. Thank you.
Let us know about what you think about the MCU X-Men New Warriors Snyder Cut. Do you think Suicide Squad should be remade? Do you think they should just let that shit die? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell to be notified.
I want a Doom movie without The Rock, but Carl Urban.